We finally have a few games under our belt. Time to overreact. Buy or sell season. We got some burning questions that we got to get to, based on what we've seen, projecting forward. Let's have some fun. Let's party. Welcome to another episode of the No Ceilings Podcast. I'm Tyler Metcalf, joined as always by Tyler Rucker. Rucker, how are we doing?
Tyler Metcalf, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I'm doing good. It's been drinking from the fire hose week with college basketball being back. It's my favorite tradition. You kind of just look at synergy or you look at any box score and you're just like, where do I begin? So it's a great feeling, Metcalf, but still got a lot to do. Shout out already to the chat. Norrin in the chat's great. We love this. So I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself? Not a lot of sleep. Not a lot of sleep this week. Not a lot of sleep.
I'm doing great, and I'm definitely being more picky, or at least I'm trying to tell myself that I'm being more picky about the games that I watch. Where it's like I don't need to, if a team doesn't get a team logo on ESPN's box score, I think I'm okay missing that game. I'm like, I'm not sure I need to watch this community college lose by 95 points. So those are the ones I'm skipping this year. Look at me, personal growth. But still watching everything. So we got a really fun episode today. But bit of house cleaning up top, ton of stuff up over at NoCeilingsNBA.com. Both in the premium tier for No Ceilings Plus subscribers and free stuff, including our first mock draft. Got a little weird. We did a tankathon sim because this first one, we're like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's get a little weird with it. It got weird. So we know that that's probably not how draft night's gonna go, but we've seen the lottery get a little funky. So head over to NoCeilingsNBA.com to check that out. Also, by the time you're listening to this, or maybe a couple hours later, I'll have my scouting files up on games I watched this week. So trying to provide a little more transparency into my scouting process, what I'm seeing in guys as I watch them throughout the week. And a whole bunch of good stuff up over on the YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. Rucker, did I miss anything?
No, I think you hit it perfectly. The mock was weird. We did a simulation to have some fun because I also realized it's the earliest we've ever done a mock. Or at least in the last couple of years, I think we waited until December. So kind of proud about that. Yeah, which I was like, wow, shocker. Maybe I just saw last year. But next mock, it's funny because we have Minnesota at 1. People were really passionate reaching out to us to say, not only would this not happen with pick protections, it would go the other way. So we have a surprise. We're going to add some new features for the next mock. And we also have some other goodies on the way. So we listen to you guys. We're always trying to improve, and it's going to be a fun year and a big board next week,
which means stock game as well.
Which means stock game's coming back, baby, and we're going to have a full layout. It's going to be great. I'm so excited for this year. So, it's going to be a big year. Big year. Very excited.
All right, well, let's just dive into this episode. We're doing buy or sell, some burning questions that we have, and there's going to be some overreaction. There might be some hot takes throughout here, but I don't think anything overtly hot takey. That's not how we tend to run. If we buy something, it means we generally believe it. So I'm going to kick things off with my first one.
Yes.
Buy or sell. This is the best top 3 for a draft since 2003, which was. Now I know these weren't the top 3 picks, but LeBron, Carmelo, Wade or Bosh. So I'm excluding Darko in there. But from my memory, I remember it being LeBron, Melo, and then depending on who you were listening to, Wade or Bosh in that third spot for most people. And then I do remember Chad Ford, the legend, loving Darko that cycle. But buy or sell.
At least we started this one off with like, hey, do we have your attention now? So you're asking me, is this top 3 better than 3 Hall of Famers, including one of the best players to ever play the game?
The best since then. And
So
I'm talking about as prospects. I'm not saying these guys are going to go on.
no, I know as prospects. So we're saying we're taking off. No, so as prospects would mean this was after Melo won the title as a freshman.
Yeah, which is one of the most impressive freshman runs ever.
Okay, I'm still gonna go 03, but here's the thing.
But since then, I'm not sure there's a year that rivals it.
No, since 03, there's not. So I'm still gonna stay with 03 because if we're doing the pegging order, so it's like 1 and 1. 03 is still gonna have number 1. So I'm gonna sell. The buy or sell was the question. I'm gonna sell. The fact that it's close tells you how special this group of prospects could be, those 3. Because I do think you get to a point where you're like, okay, well, Darren and LeBron, we're going to give LeBron that. AJ LeBron, we're still going to give LeBron that. Melo, that would mean one of those guys has to basically win a national championship as a freshman. And Melo was also 6'8" with good size, getting machine. So it's like, well, does one of those 3 overpower Wade? Which you could probably say yes.
Yeah, because Wade was a junior, I think, coming out.
So 03 is going to have 2 out of 3. So I'm going to say sell. Go ahead with your answer.
Well, my question was since 2003, so that would mean 2004 and on.
Oh gosh, I'm a jerk.
See,
well, you just don't listen to
me. You just don't listen to me.
No, hey,
you're out here, whatever.
Right. Well, it's a preseason. I'm excited.
I'm buying it.
Okay,
I'm buying it. The only 2 other years that I thought kind of rivaled it were the Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley year. But I think a lot of the initial excitement on those 3 going into the year started to fade a little bit down the stretch because Jalen Green kind of had an iffy season with the Ignite. People freaked out about Cade Cunningham's turnover issues and lack of outside shooting. And, why bother factoring in team context? Because that would just be silly. And then there's a whole bunch of, does Evan Mobley even like basketball? Look at how quiet and passive he is out there. So I think this one is going to surpass that one. And then the Wemby, Scoot, Brandon Miller trio was the only other one that I was like, it's close, but I think the overall hype and excitement for Darren, Cam, AJ is the highest since that 03 class.
I can't wait to make fun of myself on the internet that you asked me a question and I rambled for 5 minutes and didn't even
I tried to reroute you and you just steamrolled me. It's fine.
I'm sorry. I think you literally perfectly buffered at that moment. Shout out, StreamYard's really been fun lately. But so since 03, gosh dang it, Rucker. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, I'll say bye to there. Because here's the thing. I want to write an article about this because there's a history point of the top 3 in like every draft that seems like, oh, it's stacked with the top 3 prospects. Like the top 3 picks you're going to usually one of those doesn't pan out. And I feel like with this class, it's going to be different. It's going to be like changing that narrative. So, and I know it's like, well, everyone says that every year. It's like, no, but this year they're all different positions. They're all different types of players, and they're all that mentality that you want in superstars. So I like that. Okay, now I'm going to buy it. So I'm sorry. Gosh.
Okay. What's your first one?
All right. My first one is to not buy or sell. I won't mess up any more questions.
Sell. Hard to sell.
All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. Buy or sell. This one I'm giving a shout out to our own Jam Hines. He said this on a preseason pod, and I thought it was brilliant. Buy or sell that there's going to be more than 8 All-Stars from the 26 NBA draft class, which sounds like a lot until you start looking. Because when Jam said it and I heard it, I was like, that's a big number. And then I started running down and I was like, well, hold on a second. Because you quickly get to 4 or 5 and you're like, so here, I just wrote down a couple names.
Sure.
So everyone, in the chat, everyone listening, on your drive to work, maybe you're listening late at night in the garage. I don't know. Whatever you do, we love it. So Boozer, AJ, Darren Peterson, we're at 3.
Yeah.
Caleb Wilson, maybe 4. Now, this is all-stars, so we're not saying this needs to be all NBA rookie year. We're saying all-stars throughout their career. So, Tunde, we're at 5. LeBaron Philon I put down because I just love me some LeBaron Philon. So, hey, 5.5 if you don't believe. But like Koa Pete, Nate Ament, Steinbach, JQ, Cenac, Michael Brown. Throwing a lot of names out.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's always the wild card that goes later. Like, hey, Yoxel might not be a top 10 pick, but could Yoxel make an all-star team one year? I think so.
I'm going to sell.
Wow, sell.
Yeah. 8's a lot.
Wow.
It's not like an overly confident sell. Like I could see it happening, but apologies if these numbers are a little off.
Oh,
but
gosh,
I believe
here comes the nerd.
I believe the average is about 5 per class. 1996, the Kobe, AI, Ray Allen, Steve Nash draft had 11. 03, I believe, had 9. We think there are as many in that. I think there are 3 that I would feel really comfortable with Darren, Cam, AJ. After that, there are a lot of lottery tickets. Like I would be pretty surprised if Koa Pete was an all-star. I really love what we saw from him in that opening game, but I'm not sure that style is conducive to making an all-star game. Michael Brown, I think, has a ton of upside and probably the 4th most likely potential to get there. Caleb Wilson, if he continues to trend like he is and becomes the player that we hope and think he is, absolutely. But I think there's also a really wide variance on what his outcome as a player could be. Tunde, I think, might kind of sneakily have some of the best upside and potential for that as well. But I think a lot of these guys, just the variance is so vast that I'm not totally convinced we get 8.
I feel great about 6. So that's still a big number.
6, I would have bought, but 8 like a lot.
So we're saying 6, and this is we're back to normal where no one's been called a cheater of an organization, and we get to have 60 draft picks this year. Season's still young though, so
plenty of time
to do some tampering. So what I'm trying to get at is like, even if I feel great about 6, like that's, 54 more picks? Math. Carry the 3. Yeah, that's right. 54 more picks. I think we could get 2 more. I feel like we get 2. So, but I hear what you're saying. I feel good about Caleb Wilson, and I honestly feel really good about Cenac.
Yeah, I think Cenac's a really sneaky good one. Yeah, it's just really tough because.
But it is tough, yeah.
So
Tunde too. I forgot Tunde. I feel great about Tunde.
And I need even the Arkansas guys with Acuff and Malik. Yes. There's that upside there. There's a potential. Like I'm not saying like if everyone hits their 80th percentile outcome, you're gonna blow past that 8 mark.
Yeah, I mean,
every year our heart gets broken.
Every year our heart gets broken. So I mean, I'm just throwing out Koa Pete because I'm trying to just rattle off names, but
and I love I'm back in on Koa Pete. That one game was enough. I'm back in. That's not to say I don't like Koa Pete. I just think that style of player, it's really hard to be an all-star doing that kind of stuff.
I never was out, but I'm not doing a backflip yet. I had more questions than I thought. So we'll hey, the season's young. It's one game. Let's wait and see. But I like what I saw.
A 30-point game against the reigning national champion.
I watched the whole game. And I'm gonna say it like it is. I have questions that I want to get answered. I saw a lot of good stuff, but I'm not, oh my gosh, he's top 5. So you're up, sir. Shout out to the chat. A lot of comments in the chat. Everyone's getting hungry for this class, so we appreciate you guys joining us. Shout out to Antoine in the chat. Go ahead, Metcalf.
This is the best shooting class of the century.
Wow. Hit me some numbers.
I don't have any, but it's more of vibes feel.
Shooting? Pure shooting.
Yeah, shooting.
Just shooting.
Just shooting. And obviously, like a singular guy like Steph Curry obviously weights his class a little more. But I think just the overall shooting talent at this point, early November, um, is really, really impressive. And it feels like the last 10 drafts or so, there have been one or two or three like guys that were really confident are going to shoot it, but
Oh,
it really falls off after that. Because like just going through the names here,
you might
like
be onto something here.
Darren
Yeah,
Peterson, Michael Brown, Braylon Mullins, Isaiah Evans, Nate Ament, Paul McNeil, Tunde Yesufu, like LeBaron Philon shooting it better, Bennett Sturts, London Jemison, Malik Thomas, Chris Cenac. Like there are a lot of really, really good shooters at this point.
You might be onto something. Because there's also a lot of guys you're like in normal years we'd be like, yeah, I think if you just said this, sorry, I was just so locked in on the list, but like we're dreaming of them shooting it. And it's like, well, this year they can shoot it. We're just dreaming to be around 40. So and the best I guess my hot take, I could just throw an extra one on top of this is I think the best shooter in the whole class hasn't even played a game yet. Braylon Mullins.
Yeah, that's not a hot take.
Yeah, well, some people don't like him. Why do people not like him? It's unbelievable. 6'6" flamethrower that plays two ways. I don't get it. Mr. Indiana basketball, by the way. Fun fact. Yeah, Sturts too. Yeah, that's a good one, Metcalf.
But then even guys like Ryan Conwell and Derek Dixon and Sean Abayev, like I think this is one of the best shooting classes I can remember in a long, long time.
Well, and look, there's freshmen that we haven't even like. They're gonna middle of the year. We're gonna be talking about them, but like we love Harris Toad. London Jemison might be the best shooter in the whole class, and he's gonna take a while to get his feet going. Matt Abel like can shoot it. Like, yeah, this is good. And then Thomas Houck, like guys that we were like, oh, if he could shoot, and it's like, well, he can shoot. We just want him to be like a sniper from out there consistently.
Miles Bird was like 4 or 6 or something from 3 in his first game. Happy learned how
People
to putt.
Were talking about People were talking. If Dalen Swain starts shooting it, it is going to be the best class ever. So, but like, hey, Richie Saunders, we're not even talking about. Yeah, this is good. I like that, Metcalf. This is good because you get deep. Isaac McNeely at Louisville. Like, there's going to be a lot of guys that can shoot it.
And like a lot of these guys aren't just shooters either. Like we're seeing them grow as passers or off-ball creators or defenders. Like they're adding different facets to their game as well, because you can't just be a specialist anymore. And I'm just really, really encouraged because I feel like even in the past when we're looking like the late first or something and see dead-eye shooters, be like, all right, well, what else does he do? Like if he gets run off the line, can he do anything? And now we're seeing guys who can do all of that stuff, or be a lethal shooter and defend, or be a lethal shooter and protect the rim and rebound, So I'm just this kind feels almost like a turning point in terms of the shooting talent coming into the league in bulk.
It's why it could be such a fun draft class is because what you just said, like the shooting talent, and it's going to be a class that potentially like matches perfectly with how the game is right now. So it's like this, like the modern NBA where it seems like teams are trying to play copycat, or you're almost trying to draft for like the vision you see down the road. It's like, well, all of a sudden, all these prospects are going to be just like perfect fit for the NBA. So that's why it could be one of those.
Well, and like, I guess a better way of saying what I was just rambling about is they're not shooters. They're well-rounded basketball players who are really good shooters.
Yeah. Good feel guys that can also shoot. And usually I feel like other draft classes, we try to find the good feel guys. And it's like, if they could shoot a little bit better, yeah, we'd have something. And this year, like, and what I'm saying feel is like, feel IQ, like good feel for the game. Someone might be like, what are you talking about? So, yeah, that's good. I like that. People are going to be like, oh, we're just overhyping this. We're saying this every year. No, this class is different.
No, I feel like every year I'm always like, man, I love this guy if he can shoot it at all. It's just like every one of the top weaknesses for most guys is can't shoot. And I don't feel that way this year.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, overall, like, if people are doubting, like, hey, is this class that good? Or people just really hyping up the big three and they're saying the class, no, this class could be that good. I think.
And we have 5 months of ball left to play. So watch all of these guys come out and shoot sub 35% from three. That'll be great.
No, but here's, and me and you have talked about this off the air, and, I usually don't overreact to opening week games because a lot of them are tune-up games. But last year, the guys weren't looking this good in the tune-up games. Like the guy, you watched a couple of these guys, like, and I was like, oh gosh, he looked way better than I was thinking. Just moving, anticipation, like reading the floor. So it's special. And coming into the year, when I had talked to a couple of scouts, I was like, if the freshmen I have questions about after the top 4 or 5 could really deliver, this thing's going to get crazy. And that was like everyone agreed. They're like, you get past the top 3, there's just questions. But if they can prove it, this class is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
And right now everyone's like, they're proving it. Like they're saying from like seeing practices, seeing them and not just the one game. Like scouts have been saying that the last couple of weeks, like, it's going to be, buckle up. It's going to be that fun of a class.
All right. Who we got next? Or what do you have next?
Okay. Speaking of, this is a little hot. I'm giving a little shout out to our old hot or cold or hot takes. So I'm getting a little spicier every time I go up Metcalf. So buy or sell, Chris Cenac goes top 5. You're going to sell because this is not your cup of tea, as they like to say.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm going to sell.
Yeah, you're such a selling type of person.
That was rude.
Go ahead, give me your reason why, and I will tell you why.
I definitely think here. There's definitely a shot. If he keeps playing like he has been, and really buys into being that consistent contributor every minute he's on the floor, definitely could. He has the tools, he has the talent for it. I just need to see it. But it's like him or the field. I'm going to take the field.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll probably do that with most drafts right now. If you're like, hey, I could bet AJ to be the first pick or the field, I'd be like, I'll take the field.
Yeah.
Not even do that with Darren. I agree. I think because there could be a lot of competition, but I think there's a realistic path where he gets up there. To me, he's the biggest swing player in this class. If he delivers and looks fantastic all year, this class is going to get up to another level. And it wouldn't shock me if he gets into top 4, like the 4th pick on. I think the top 3 are going to be set. But what I'm getting at is because Cenac he's still very young. I think he's still 18. He's 6'11", 240. He can shoot it. He's got a good looking shot from outside. I told you at Hoop Summit, he reminded me of Ware right away. I was like, okay, this is going to be the next installment of the Khalil Ware idea. And I know it's his first game, but we love that he was going to Houston. I know it's his first game. It was more of a tune-up game, respect to the opponents. He was so active and all over the place, and he gave a
So not
I can't swear. I'm trying to stop swearing because my dog.
So
he gave a crap.
Not Khalil Ware.
There you go, Metcalf. So he gave a crap, and I was very impressed. First game, let's see what else he can do. But if he gets into the gym and he's a madman and pro day workouts for NBA teams, front offices go nuts over size, athleticism. So that's why I'm saying. So I'm buying it. Screw it. I'm buying it.
Why not?
Let's get weird. Go Cougars.
No, and he definitely has that kind of upside. But, as of November 6th, I'm not taking him over guys like Michael Brown, Caleb Wilson, Braylon Mullins, my boy Isaiah Evans. I'm not saying you are taking him.
I know. I know how those front offices get. They get all in their feelings like it's, Christmas morning when they're like, oh my gosh, size, shooting, look at this.
Yeah, no, because he's going to test really well.
Yeah.
And if the effort and execution, even if the numbers aren't there all year, if the effort and work rate and all the little things are there throughout the season, it's going to be enough to easily convince. All he needs is one team, and he goes into a workout and shoots the crap out of it at his size with his athletic tools. It's super easy to fall in love with that. And I'm not saying he would be fooling an NBA team or anything like that by doing that, but you only need one. So I definitely think it's very, very possible.
Like that. All right. Hit me with it.
Okay. NIL is good for college basketball in the NBA draft.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna piss off people on our team. Bye.
Yeah, I don't see the argument against it.
It makes
against it being good for college. Yeah, I get a lot of the issues, but in terms of player development, sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. My side of the stream is just a disaster. So cut me off as much as you want. No, we've done enough pods together. I'm not going to be like offended. It's good. They need to figure out a way to where like you can't just transfer hop. That would be my thing. Where it's like, hey, maybe you can go up, but if you're going to go lateral, maybe I heard someone say that. I was like, that's not bad, but I'd tinker with it a little bit. Like if you're going to go lateral just to a different team in like a power conference, like you might have to sit out a year or something. But I was like, I love it though, because I also do think like, okay, Cameron Carr at Baylor right now.
Yep.
He was at Tennessee, couldn't get playing time. What is he supposed to do? Just be like, oh, I'm screwed? Like, no, he literally gets to, transfer portal. Now he's going to be better. But I think the NIL is great. And specifically for the NIL, it's focusing on keeping guys into college that might not be ready for the NBA. And they're going to take a leap and then just be, fanning out real quick because they're not going to be ready. So now they have there's more initiative and desire to stay and work on your game. Like, yes. I think it's the best thing possible. Like Nick Clifford, my guy, he should have been a first rounder the year before, but like, I thought his game got better and look at him now. He's like, he's going to be a good piece for the Kings. I think we're seeing this with a lot of guys. Like that extra year is valuable. And I think it's just going to be a matter of time before teams start, drafting that a little earlier. Not saying top 10, but you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're not going to punish a guy for being a later first round pick.
Yeah, so I fully recognize that there are a lot of issues and headaches with the transfer portal and how frequently guys are bouncing all over the place and who's eligible and all of that kind of crap that needs to get cleaned up. And there needs to be some sort of regulation, I guess, and just some sort of guidance. So it's not a total free for all entirely. But what I'm more talking about is the individual aspects of these guys. A lot of these guys, some of them being able to make more by returning to school for one more year than staying in the draft. And I think what that's going to continue to do is draw more guys back to college for extra years and put them in a conducive situation to actually develop their game and improve on their weaknesses and not just be like, hey, screw it. I need to make or try to make life-changing money for my family. I have to gamble and go to the pros. And then they end up as a second round pick. They don't get a guaranteed contract. And now the NBA team has no incentive to invest a ton of assets into developing these guys. We see it, or we used to see it all the time, where it'd be like there'd be like 10 to 15 freshmen go in the second round and they just flame out and we never hear from them again. It's like, man, well, could have gone back to school and had a really good year and really improved, but people's life circumstances are different. And sometimes they just have to try and make that jump, but now they don't necessarily have to. And it sets them up better long-term. It puts them in better position to make an impact right away. And with the second apron and the first and second apron limitations with the current salary cap, NBA teams are going to have to find cheap guys to contribute right away. Easy way to do that, not take flyers on 18-year-olds who may never pan out into anything. I'm talking outside of like lottery guys, and instead look at some sophomore, junior, senior guys who are returners and can now be one of those top 8 guys in your rotation a lot quicker than maybe you would have expected, and you're getting them for cheap. So I'm like, guy like Yaxel Lendeberg this year went to Michigan, got paid healthily, and is able to showcase his game on a bigger stage and potentially be that top 20 pick that he was hoping to be last year. Guys like LeBaron Philon, he may have gone in that 25 to 40 range last year, and would he have figured it out? Maybe. But now he's able to really showcase it at Alabama while getting paid, while being able to take care of himself and his family, and really improve on those aspects of his game that NBA teams wanted to see him improve on. So I think I get the headaches with the transfer portal and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. Just the fact that these guys, just NIL has made college basketball better because it's made the talent pool deeper, and it's made the NBA draft better because we're seeing these guys come in more day one ready than we've ever seen before.
Yeah. I completely agree with what you're saying. Sorry, I'm trying to I always tie the portal and NIL together because like Robert Wright this year.
Yeah.
Probably could have rolled the dice and maybe been like an interesting second, but like BYU is like, come on over, so he hits the portal much better, probably NIL package. So I think it's great because it gets guys more ready to have a chance at success at the NBA level. And too many times before, like even back in the day, it'd be like you'd find out, why he's got to go, huh? Like, yep, he's got to go. He's got to roll the dice. Got to go. And you get it because you're like, he didn't play much. Why? Or his numbers aren't great. Why is he staying in the draft? And he's like, he's got to go. So now it gives these guys, hey, if you don't like your situation, you could find somewhere else to go. And they could take care of you a little bit. So I think it's great for them. And it gives some security also to these kids that are, I think you get to a point too, if like, hey, I might get a cup of coffee in the NBA, but if not, I'm at least set up for a little bit. So I think it's great.
Yeah, I think we are rapidly approaching the time where we stop just seeing freshmen get taken in the second round entirely. And it's basically the first round is all freshmen, second round is upperclassmen.
I'm ready for them to give me a third round. Let's do it. Let's get weird. No, but I have so many ideas and thoughts about like what they should do with that, because I also feel like you should like just make it like a system. Like screw it. Let's just make it, like the minor leagues where it's like you develop players and it's come on up. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with this international crap. But it just seems smarter right now because it's like, well, the product's going to be better because these players are going to be better. Yeah, they're going to be older, but how many times do we see the 18-year-old or 19-year-old prospects that just never work because they get thrown into the fire and they can't ever build confidence? Like it happens all the time. So you're giving them a fighting chance now. And so they're a little older. Well, guess what? Those older players now are going to go to a better team.
Yeah.
And it works out. It works out great. So.
Okay. What do you have next?
I don't know. We could talk about that forever. I'm fired up. So
this is your last one, right?
Yeah, this is my last one. Of course, I managed to close it. So I'm just trying to get the exact number that I had so that people can make fun of me. Okay. Little spicy. Everyone just stay with me on this one. At least 3 bigs. I'm counting Cam Boozer as a big.
Yeah.
At least 3 bigs. Wow, I got choked up, folks. At least 3 bigs will sign max extensions from this class.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell that. that was the easiest one.
Like not the max, like
not the super max, but
not the super max. I didn't use super max, but it's the max, like what you can get after your rookie
Yeah, I'm still going to sell that.
That means that they're like all stars,
Yeah.
basically. You guys
See, if you would have said all stars, that's a different conversation. But we already had that one.
Are you paying? You're not going to pay an all-star $5 million a year.
Well,
so
unless you're the Thunder and have a 24-year-old second-year guy on a minimum contract, but
But what I'm saying is Boozer, Cenac. I'm at 2 already.
Go on.
JQ, Steinbach.
I like these guys a lot, but just when you look at the highest paid guys in the league, the only ones who are like true bigs are like Jokic and Embiid, and like the focal point of and like perennial MVP candidates. The rest are all wing creators and guards, and that's just kind of how it goes.
I'm trying. Okay, so maybe the max was. I'm trying to just say like they're getting the rookie super like, oh, when you like you could either pick up the option or give them the or you could decline the option. Sorry. That's what I'm trying to say. The rookie max, or you know what I'm saying? Like when Chet got it and Paulo got it, and that's what I'm trying to say. Where you're like, we got one, we're paying them as much as we can.
That's a very different conversation.
I apologize. Yes. Okay, I've watched the kids solo today. My back and neck are killing me. I am doing my best.
Yeah, I would be. I'd be closer to buying that one. Because
okay, so let's workshop that. Let's say, hey,
yes,
yeah. I don't have my CBA knowledge on right now, guys. Okay, I know that's called the rookie max or whatever the heck.
I think Hans is a really sneaky candidate for it. JQ, Cenac, Mraz Johnson. No, I'm kidding, but am I?
Who did you say?
Mraz. He's good. Been trying to tell y'all.
Mraz. You cut out every time. So I literally was just like, okay, I have to guess. What he's talking about.
Caleb Wilson, Koa Pete, depending on how you want to classify them. Yeah, if we're talking about like rookie max extension, I could buy that.
Yeah, that rookie max extension is what I should have said. Sorry. Because I always refer to like when you're getting paid like you're an all NBA guy, it's the super max. So I was trying to say max extension.
All right. Pivoting off that.
Yeah, let's do it. We can have fun.
Just to get, negative, because like you said, I like to sell and I hate everyone apparently.
I don't mean it.
Just when you look at like the top 10 guys, whether you're board or consensus or whatever.
Yeah.
Who do you think would be the most likely to not get that rookie extension?
Ooh.
So I would say the top 3, just the capital and investment, they're going to get it whether they suck or not.
Koa. I'm a Wildcats fan. It would be Koa for me. I see Koa. I could see Koa at the next level being really. He's won at every level. He's tough. He's really good. I was so impressed in that game. I'm not trying to be a Koa Pete hater. I could see it being a little bit of the playing field got leveled really quickly.
Yeah,
you're now with big boys, and the athleticism is a little bit more. So I could just see it being like he's still going to play a very long time, but we're probably not going to pay him, all NBA money eventually. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, which sparks a little bit of.
We've never been more back. I'll say Nate Ament too, but I don't want Rocky Top coming after me.
You took the words out of my mouth. Koa Pete or Nate Ament.
So this or that, or the okay. So this or that.
Okay, you're taking Koa Pete.
Oh yeah.
Okay. My answer to who wouldn't potentially, if things don't go right or how we hope they go. Again, we are not rooting for these outcomes. But I would say Nate Ament or Tunde, I think would be, unfortunately.
Tunde, Yeah, that's a
which
tough one.
I don't like saying. I like Tunde a lot. But if the shot doesn't come around, if the defense doesn't improve, I think there are routes where it could unfortunately happen.
I think I will say I watched the first game against Mercer because I just have no life, and that brings me joy. And the fans bring me joy, and basketball brings me joy. They're moving him off the ball a little bit, Metcalf. I think they listen to the pod, so that's a positive. He had a couple on-ball drives where I was like, here we go. And then they ran some sets for him off ball. And I was like, there we go. You know what's funny enough? On the Locked On feed, me and you talked about Boozer. And we're like, gosh, would John Shire stop running him on the out-of-bounds corner? Yeah. They ran it for a minute. It was great. I was like, yeah, there we go. That's the guy I'd run it for. So and he hit it. But I think they ran it twice. But I could see that one pretty quick. I would say maybe Mikkel. It's not him. It's the position. I think does not have a very lengthy patience. I feel like it's pretty quick. If like after a couple of years, it doesn't look like you're adjusting. Teams will be quick to throw in the towel and be like, nope, not going to work. Let's sell.
And he's bigger than these guys.
Yeah,
but
right.
We're already seeing it with guys like Reed Shepard and Rob Dillingham and NBA teams and coaches. They have to win, and if it's not immediate, the ice gets real thin real quick.
Yeah, I'm not worried about McCall. I watched the tape and I was like, oh gosh, there's some stuff there. He you know what he is? He needs a couple weeks, couple months. Give him a month or two.
We'll be fine.
We're gonna figure it out.
Still happily have him at 4. Okay. Well, to wrap things up, it's green room time, baby.
Let's go.
The most exclusive club.
No one's in yet.
We got one in.
One in.
Where were you last week? My God, pay attention.
I don't know what day it is.
So the green room is the most exclusive club in the basketball world. No more than 14 guys can get in. It is not our lottery rankings. It is not big board rankings. It's not draft projection. It's not a mock draft. It's based on vibes, upside, production, expectations, vibes. Once you're in, your spot is not locked. You're not guaranteed to be in all year. You can get booted. Easiest way to get booted, put a boot on. Get hurt because you're gone. Vibes are bad with that. Braylon Mullins, sorry, it's going to be a while. Sit down. Rest up at home. Bounce back in January. We'll see you then. And only one person gets in every week. Currently in there, just one guy, Darren Peterson, holding down the green room right now. Is he getting booted or is he good?
Darren?
Just making sure.
More vibes. No, Darren. As people are watching this live tomorrow, clear your schedules. North Carolina, Kansas.
God, I can't wait.
I need Mickey Mouse to figure out what's going on with YouTube TV so I can watch the game. Thank you.
See, that's just pay for cable. It's this crazy thing where you get all of your channels in one spot.
If you lived in Arizona, or if you do live in Arizona, you know that paying for cable is not an option because it's actually worse. But yeah, we'll figure it out. You hop on the dark web, find a stream. But
no, you would never. All right. So currently in line, we have Cam Boozer, AJ DeBonsa, Michael Brown, Koa Pete, Bennett Sturts, Yaxel Lendeberg, Caleb Wilson, Malik Thomas, LeBaron Philon. Anyone getting booted from line?
I don't think so. But I think I know who's going in. I'll wait to see what you think.
Okay, so it can't be Cam. I thought it was going to be Cam. It can't be Cam. After that first half, absolutely not.
I think Cam's a little bit like
he'll get in,
kind of being like, "Hey, there's a guy in line that's acting up a little bit. We might still let him in, but just kind of keep an extra attention on him." He also might just be in line, and the buddies are like, "Gosh, we need to show Cam a good time. He's had a rough couple months." So he's not
He'll
getting
get
in,
in.
though.
He'll
Yeah,
get
he'll get
in,
in
not
eventually.
today.
Just not today.
I think it's either got to be AJ or Koa Pete, because I'm not sure the vibes with Pete will ever be higher than they currently are.
I think it's a very easy Koa's got to be in. This is all about vibes, and the vibes are like tilt factory right now. Like it's unbelievable how high the vibes are. So it's like, oh my gosh, that's Koa Pete. We got to let him in. He's like, we're going to get so much attention from Koa Pete came here to the green room. Unbelievable.
Second highest scoring performance in an Arizona debut. Second freshman ever to have a 25, 5-5 game. First ever to do that in their debut. And he got to 30. I mean,
I don't know
took
if
down the reigning national champions.
I don't know if he's the first green room person of all time to defend or to defeat a national championship team in his debut. So, I mean, unbelievable.
I'm not confident he's staying in all year, but if he's not getting it in now, I think he'll be fine. But
I just would be terrified to overdraft him.
Yeah.
And he might be awesome. He might just be always awesome, but he
might be very.
I watched the game and I was like, I think I was going to text you. It's Derek Williams.
No. He was better than that.
I watched that and I was like, this reminds me of Derek.
No, he was better than that.
It was this. Go watch the Duke game and tell me that's not the. Okay. All right. Okay.
No, you're getting in your feels about.
All right.
All right. Koa Pete. Who would have thought? Look at us.
Wow. Anyone for the line. We do one for ones.
You know what? I know he played. I need Yaxel Lendeberg to go home and rest that hand up and then come back without a wrap on.
Oh, he did have a wrap.
Like a big, hefty wrap.
He didn't start because he had a wrap.
He played.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got to get out.
It's a little gray area because he played through it, but you're coming off the bench. You got this big hand injury. I think you gotta go.
I think absolutely. I don't care if you play. If you pregame have a clear bandage. Now let's put this. It is gray area. So he played, but his role was changed because of the injury.
Yeah, a little bit, but
like he went from starter to bench.
Yeah.
If he played and was just like, oh, he's playing with a bad ankle, I think we'd still be like, oh, you can be in because you're still playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, if you would have put up 25 and 10 in that game, might get in, but I want him at 100 at 100%. So
also, why are you playing him if he's not going to start? Then he's bothered that much by it. Like why? I know what everyone's going to say because they're playing Oakland, but why? What's the benefit of him playing that first game? Just be like, no.
He didn't play that much. It's like 18, 20 minutes. So, all right, I'm putting Isaiah Evans in line.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Shout out breaking the game in the chat.
Yeah, breaking the game in the chat with a great recommendation. He looked very, very good.
He rocks. I love him so much.
Shout out to Steven in the chat. That's a good little message too. Is Malik's in line?
Malik is in line.
Yeah.
Had a scout text me something about Malik that.
Oh no.
It was a comp thing, not like a bad intel thing. Sorry, that was weirdly honest.
Yeah, geez, weird. We've had a lot of those the last 48 hours. Where I was like, wait, what? No, I don't need more of those.
No, nothing bad like that. Just like, oh, you're seeing it that way. All right. Hans Steinbeck.
Hans Bubby.
You want to throw him in line?
Yeah, I do. Because here's what I want to say. So him and Tunde are in line, yes?
Tunde is not in line.
Sunday, Washington, Baylor.
Yeah.
Hans had a couple sequences in his first game that I was like, welcome to the revolution. He looked really good.
Yeah.
Full sprint, full court. But that's what we're talking about with this class. Is like that guy in a different year, you might be taking him top 7.
Yeah.
You still might this year, but
He's going to average like 15 and 18. He's going to be a freaking monster.
He throws some passes too, but he's running out wide in transition and getting like it's just you're like, what the this class? This is great. I got 6'11" sitters hitting pull up transition threes, and I got Hans running the break. Like it's gonna be fun. So I think Hans in line, and then we can stop. We don't want to get it too ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, and like my heart is telling me to put Billy Richmond in, but I also don't want Billy just sitting in line for months because it'd be inevitable.
I'm weirdly more excited for Michigan State, Arkansas than I have been for those type of games in a really long time, because it's a big, like, okay, what's legit? Yeah. Big game for Billy, big game for a lot of the guys in Arkansas, big game for some guys on Michigan State too. So that'll be a fun one this weekend too.
Yeah, it will be. But we're gonna end it there. Look at us getting back-to-back episodes under an hour.
We're back. We're getting good. Graphics every single show from now on for Green Room. That's a promise. We're doing a little special thing. So thank you guys.
So Saturday night, No Ceilings Plus, we'll be doing like a watch along for the Arkansas Michigan State game. So Plus subscribers, come hang out in the Discord with us. We'll be there, just kind of watching the game, hanging out, talking through it. And then after that game is over, No Ceilings Night Shift, we're doing reaction show to that game, to the whole day's worth of games, to the weeks. We're gonna have fun with it, see where it takes us. But that'll be Saturday night. Come hang out. We'll be live on No Ceilings YouTube channel. Just click subscribe while you're there. We're so close to 20,000. You guys are the best. The way that continue to support us means the world. But we got big board rankings coming out on NoCeilingsNBA.com next week, which means we also have stock game coming next week as well for the pod and for No Ceilings Plus subscribers. Rucker and I got our butt kicked by one of the Plus subscribers last year. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But it's going to be an awesome year. Shout out to the chat. Love you guys. He is Tyler Rucker. You can follow him at Tyler_Rucker. I'm Tyler Metcalf. You can follow me at TMetcalf11. If you enjoyed this episode, rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars, all that good stuff. Until next time, see you.